glad to have you back again today.
Enjoy it all as always.
Yeah. So one of the things we were talking about last time was your roundtable, and I think you were telling me that you guys go on retreats every so often as a group. Can you tell me a little bit about the retreats?
Right. The retreats are like a weekend. We'll usually start it Friday, so they come up Friday, maybe have dinner. Then we've got all day Saturday, and then maybe there's a little some brunch or something on Sunday, and you can get head back to your world. But it's a little change of pace for people and chance to do some planning, things like that.
So you guys, so you have a little bit of a curriculum, and I assume you have some fun time built into this too, right? So you get a chance to really get to know one another, that type of thing as well.
Right. Building the connections with the group, so we've got the roundtable meetings, and those are great. Those tend to be pretty focused on, the kind of business aspect. Let's solve your problems. What are your issues? We try and be very respectful of people's time. And at the retreats, there's a bigger emphasis on let's build relationships, build connections, have some meals together. Yeah, maybe do something fun, whether it's the spa or golf or a walk or some other activity. So a lot more of the relationship building is going on in that process.
I think that's awesome because, anything that's worthwhile, you have to invest in, right? So if you're going to have meaningful peer relationships with your coach, you have to put time into it, right? And it's not time where I'm worried about all these other things, but just time to get to know each other. And so that sounds awesome. So I guess the follow-on question is, what do you see some of the key advantages to your members on these retreats? What do they get? What are some of the things that are outcomes for them that are really beneficial?
Right. And I think you actually just kind of mentioned a couple of them in your comments just now. One of them is getting away. Life is so busy for everybody, but if you're a CEO of a company, you've got a bunch of people reporting to you. They're coming to you constantly. You've got customers to deal with, vendors, service providers. So, you rarely have any time to step back and think. And so the retreat is a retreat. It is, let's step away, take a few hours and not be overwhelmed with what's coming at you. And that really gives you an opportunity. It's shocking. It's like how many ideas come to you in the shower?
Right.
Well, because you're not in the middle of doing a task. You got some time. It's like, oh, your brain is freed up. So if we've got a better part of a day to do that, it's amazing the different ideas that come out of that. So that's one of the main things.
Yeah, I would think, and I'm curious if you've seen this, that also when I'm able to, let's say you and I are at a retreat, and if you're able to talk to me about my business and I'm able to do the same, helping you with yours, that we both grow from that experience. The growth process is not just what I receive from others, but what I give. Do you find that to be true?
Right. And that's integral to the whole roundtable concept. Hearing about somebody else's challenges, issues, problems, and problem solving their issue gives you a different perspective on your own issue. I'm listening to what your problem is, and it's just so much easier to kind of have that, it's less emotional. Right? Yeah. Okay, I look down and go, oh, that's what you're experiencing. And so that helps you later deal with your own issue going, oh, this is a little bit like, I saw in the roundtable. So absolutely you do some of that. And so in the retreats, we're processing issues and we're doing planning and we're having discussions about other content, new concepts, new ideas that are being presented. So you're definitely doing all that as well. So hopefully it's a learning experience on several levels.
I would think that another big benefit, and you kind of hinted at this earlier, is the fact that if I don't get away, if I don't get out of the firefight that I'm in, whether it's 5 days a week or 6 days or 7 days a week, that I'm going to burn out. And by getting engaged, by going out, meeting this peer network, developing these relationships, I get refreshed. So I imagine the folks come back with more energy and more ideas and just ready to go at it. And I think I just I can see incredible value.
Right. A combination of, just taking the pressure off for a day. I can breathe a little bit.
Yeah.
Yes. Then it's so much easier to come back and, fired up, and I've got some new ideas to implement and ready to, tear up the world again. Absolutely.
Well, I think the concept of the roundtables, I think that with the retreats as a part of it, I think it's a very powerful thing that I think many business owners and leaders should be reaching out to you for, because it's just it's really attractive. I appreciate you coming and join me today.
Always a pleasure, Steve. Thank you.